So it looks like we're getting a new Astra Militaro model, and from the teasers I'd say it looks like quite a fun one. Hello and welcome back to Warspecs Tactics, where today we're talking about the news that there's probably going to be a new Imperial Guard miniature out and about in the not so very distant future. Looks like the Warhammer Plus miniature for the year is going to be a new Kasrkin. Games Workshop having teased it for a promo for their subscription service this year. The Warhammer Plus subscription miniatures are some of the many ways in which Games Workshop tries to sell you on their monthly subscription model. You basically get this, access to a bunch of their battle reports and animations and things, some reading material via their Warhammer Vault archive thing if you want it, plus their Battleforge army builder is going to be paywalled behind it, in a move that wasn't exactly loved by people who were using it to start with at the start of 10th edition. In the near future, Warhammer Plus is going to be increasing in price slightly, £5.99 per month, $7 or €6.50. That's apparently going to be in effect from the 25th of August, so I guess that's the rate that they're going for their third year of it. It is usually discounted a little bit for a year sub if you really want one, 10 times the price rather than 12 times the price. I feel like it's the sort of thing that you really need to get value from multiple different sources for it really to be worth it. Probably both genuinely wanting the miniature, plus actually watching the Warhammer Plus content, and also using their Battleforge I suppose when that disappears behind the paywall. Some people genuinely seem to find enough worth from it to be worth the sub, other people genuinely don't. In any case, so far for the included miniatures, first up in year 1 we had Operative Umbral 6. I must admit I did think that this guy was really cool. Perched atop some shattered Imperial statuary. Genuinely quite fun as an actual Warhammer display piece that you could have on the shelf, as well as being usable in game and usable to really quite a lot of Imperial armies as well. I think making him a particularly interesting choice for lots of armies out there. Then in year 2 they followed up with Azrak the Annihilator, a classic World Eater's Terminator that was brought to life based on some very old artwork. I think in the community he divided opinion really quite a lot more. Some people absolutely loved that 90s Warhammer 40k vibe. Others maybe a little bit less inspired by the slightly awkward angled chain fist and the very big barreled gun. He was perhaps a little bit less generalisable to multiple different armies as well. In any case though, for year 3's miniature, that was teased yesterday in a promo video for the third year of Warhammer Plus. This one appears to be a Cadian Kasrkin Sergeant. You can see him there with his hotshot lasgun and power cable, plus perhaps a power sword in the left hand there, and the backpack aerial being kind of unmistakably Kasrkin. They often quite like to make these collectible miniatures throwbacks to one thing or another in 40k's vast past, and this one looks like it's harking back to this artwork that I certainly remember. I think it was from the 4th edition rulebook of Warhammer 40k. I've seen people mentioning comments that it might have been the 3rd edition Guard Codex this initially came from. Looks like we've got a Kasrkin Sergeant. He does appear to have those goggles on his helmet, and he's got his sword and hotshot lasgun in a similar kind of pose. I find it kind of interesting that this image almost looks like a bit of a mirror image of the model. I don't know if that was an intentional design choice or might even just be a bit of manipulation for the teaser. It looks like the aerial is on the other side to the other Kasrkin models that are out there at the moment, which does seem a little bit curious perhaps. Looks like he's got a bit of a tactical scenic base, probably standing on a tactical rock or something else. I'd guess maybe to give the miniature a little bit more height. I suppose it's not going to be the biggest model in the world, seeing as it's a Kasrkin model, so just standard human size. Unlike Operative Umbral 6, it might be a little bit uncertain as to what this is going to count as in-game. Azrak the Annihilator got his own Legends rule set, and I suppose it's possible that this guy might as well. The new version of Kasrkin only have the single lock squad size of 10 models in a unit, so I suppose if you wanted to field him as an actual Kasrkin Sergeant, you'd have to sub out the one that actually comes with that squad. I guess you could perhaps proxy him as a Cadian Castellan maybe. They can't take hotshot lasguns in-game, but maybe just count it as a plasma pistol or something like that. I guess it might be a bit annoying for people who do want one of these but don't want to pay for the entire Warhammer Plus subscription. You might be getting a whole bunch of stuff that you don't necessarily want there. People do seem to resell these online quite a bit. I've seen quite a lot of those Azrak the Annihilator models going for maybe fairly standard Games Workshop character prices. The Vindicator Assassin looks like it used to go for much more though. I guess if you wanted to pick one up second hand from people reselling it, it might be a bit more in the region of around about £30 or $40. And if it follows the same sort of pattern as Azrak the Annihilator, it'll probably be coming at least fairly early in the year, so probably within the next few months for people who take out annual subscriptions. Let me know your thoughts though. How interested would you be in seeing a new Kasrkin Sergeant miniature that this one seems to be? And would it give you any extra draw to getting a Warhammer Plus subscription, or be something that turns you off it compared with something like a Vindicator Assassin? As with the other year subscriptions though, it does look like the 40k miniature isn't alone, there's an Age of Sigmar option as well. Looks like this one appears to be an Age of Sigmar Soulblight Gravelord vampire, and I have seen a few people speculate something maybe Blood Knight related, given the head crest type thing it's got going on. Kind of hard to say just from a silhouette, and I'll admit I'm nowhere near as familiar with the Sigmar range as the 40k ranges. In any case, looks like it's maybe in a bit of a dueling stance with a sword held like that, and I don't know what's in the other hand, it might be a bell maybe. I have seen some people speculating toilet plunger, that seems just a little bit unlikely. In any case, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you make of the teased new model? My guess is that we'll probably see the full reveals of these in the not too distant future. Seems to be pretty likely to be one of their Monday previews at some stage, maybe even next Monday's one. In any case, if you've enjoyed the video, then feel free to subscribe to Auspex Tactics, or I'll certainly keep the regular 40k videos coming. I do tend to post new ones just about every day. Finally, if you have been enjoying the videos on the channel, I would just like to mention that Auspex Tactics does have a Patreon page as well, and you can find that linked in the video description if you'd like to help support. Channel patrons do get a few advantages, seeing certain videos early, regular votes to see what sort of things come next on the channel, and automatic entry into the regular prize giveaways with a chance to win some big model kits each month. If any of that sounds good to you, or you'd just like to help support, the link is down in the video description. In any case, a massive thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.